Welcome to part 2 of my Iceland vlog. This one starts on day 3 of our trip. So we started off with a wonderful complimentary breakfast from the hotel.
This guy, he says, do not.
He's sleeping.
He says, come in, please.
Coming, Mom.
Okay, so Cody's gonna go. I will cut this up, but Cody goes first, then me, then you.
We're going?
Yeah.
Give me my money.
Give me my money. Yeah! Give me my money. That's so stupid. That's it. Okay. You just. Oh, okay, this is our hotel that we're staying in today. Let's get a speed tour from Cody.
I'm not saying anything.
Right, here's the bathroom. Very nice little bathroom, a little closet area. There's Tatum and Trevor's room. Say hello. Then we got bench area. It's all messy because we stayed here last night. Couch. Messed up bed. Sconces that we'll hit our freaking heads on. And some beautiful views out our window. Oh, they're leaving. Cody, they're leaving.
Your dad's sleeping.
No, I heard him.
Appleson is a very common drink here, which is basically like an orange pop. So we tried that on this morning and we actually really liked it. In Iceland, when they're checking to see how fast you're going, you get a smiley face or a frowny face, and I think that's so much cooler than it just like flashing at you here in the US. But this morning we started by going to the grocery store and getting some snacks and lunches and drinks. The drive this morning was so weird. It was literally, there was nothing except a bunch of like mossy rocks all over. That's all we could see for miles and miles.
Look at all those
We ended up making a little stop to go look at it. There was a area you could pull off on the side of the road that had parking, and you could walk around and look at all the rocks. And it was super interesting and just so otherworldly. Like, it really felt like we were on Mars. And I know that a lot of movies and TV shows that are like set on other planets are filmed here because of landscapes that they have like this. So it was just really cool and really different than anything we'd ever seen before. Our next stop was this beautiful canyon in South Iceland. I cannot figure out how to pronounce it, so I will put the name of it on the screen. But it was so beautiful. There was a little bit of a hike to get up and look at it from the top, but it was so worth it and just absolutely gorgeous. Also, apparently Justin Bieber filmed a music video here, which is really cool, and I did not know that. So that's a fun little fact about this place.
so I don't get tired as fast. He helps push me up the hill.
Alright, back to the canyon. So there's this river called this, I'll put it on the screen, that flows through it. The canyon has steep walls and winding water. It is up to 100 meters deep and about 2 kilometers long, and it is located near the Ring Road, not far from the village of this name right here, which I also am not sure how to pronounce. There were these interesting parts of the roads where there would be a bridge, but there was only one lane on the bridge, so only one car could go across at a time, but there were people coming from both directions, so you kind of had to communicate with the other car somehow to figure out who was going to go first and who was going to wait till the other person crossed. It was so interesting.
Are you breaking things? I like how it says occupied. Oh, that stinks. Why?
The next place we went to was Systrafoss waterfall, which was really, really pretty. And what was really cool is that when you walked up to it, you could see right here where all of the water kind of flows at the bottom of it. But as you walked up, you were kind of like were in a little woodsy area, and you could come peek out to where the waterfall, kind of the main part of it, is showing. And it was just really cool. There was a bunch of rocks around it. It just felt like you were in the middle of just this nature oasis. So the waterfall is about 196 to 262 feet high, and there's a small lake at the top called this, I'll put it on the screen, that feeds the waterfall, and you can walk all the way up. As you see, my brother's up at the top right now, and see that lake that feeds into it. However, that was the hardest hike of our lives. It was so steep, and we were completely out of breath. And it was so worth it though. I highly recommend making your way to the top because it is just so cool to be up that high and see where the waterfall comes from. But beware, it is very windy up there. I literally thought my phone was going to fly out of my hand from just holding it. That's how windy it was. And it was like the wind was actually pushing us over. It was crazy.
This wind is gonna take my phone right out of my hand. It is so windy up here, holy crap. I'm actually gonna fall probably, so I'm probably not gonna do this anymore. We're so high up. That was the longest walk. How was it?
It was great.
That was my cardio for the week.
Going back down, and I saw you guys. I'm like, fuck, I need another burger.
Time for
I said I got electrolytes in the car.
That was crazy.
Here's the point of view from my mom down at the bottom, and we're just those tiny little specks on top. That's how high up it was. It was so cool.
I'm sweating so bad. Me too.
That's the bridge we crossed.
Next, we made a quick little detour to this area. I will put the name on the screen, which are cliffs that form a canyon of hexagonal basalt columns. It was really cool, and it's a quick little stop off the side of the road that you can go to very quickly. You don't have to spend a ton of time here, but it's still really cool to get a picture and just look at how interesting the columns look. Next, we went to Svínafellsjökull Glacier, which is the largest ice cap in Europe. And it is one of the country's most popular places for glacier hiking due to the incredible formations and beautiful views. So we had to walk a little ways, which again was totally worth it because it's just crazy. Like, it's not something you see in the US ever. So it was so cool to see the glaciers just like sitting in the water. My brother even grabbed a piece of glacier and tried it, said it was delicious. So it was just such a cool experience. Next, we went to Jokulsarlon, which is Iceland's most famous glacier lagoon. It was another just crazy experience seeing all the glaciers just sitting in the water, or I suppose the breakoffs from the glaciers. And then they were just like such a pretty blue color. It was just incredible. And there was these cute little ducks in the water. It was really cold here, but it was absolutely worth it, and I would highly recommend.
Hold on. Wait, that car has to back up. There's only a one way. Only one car fits. Damn. Oh my god. That's what we're about to be too. Oops. Oh my god.
Then right across the street was the Diamond Beach, which is a black sand beach that has lots of little ice chunks all around it that kind of look like diamonds. I assume that's why the name is called that. And although it is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, you cannot swim in this beach, even though it is a beach. The waves and the currents are way too strong and very dangerous, and also the water is freezing. But yeah, you can't swim in this beach, but you can look at the beautiful pieces of ice, and it just looks so gorgeous and makes for a great photo op.
Okay.
Wait, you have to say,
Is
what
it
is
hot?
it?
Okay, I knew it. What is it, hot?
Oh, damn cold.
This was a bathroom we came to on the side of the road. There's not very many of them. Honestly, this was like the only one that we saw. And it was super interesting because you just use your credit card to pay, and then the doors open up and you can use it. And there was even a little stairwell that you could walk up and look at the views from the top of the bathroom. You just stand on top of this bathroom. After a long day of sightseeing, we went to the Black Crust Pizzeria in Vic and got 4 pizzas. We got 2 of the black crust and 2 of the regular. And the black crust is black because it is charcoal infused, and it just looks really cool and kind of gives a little, ode to the black sand there. Also, this is a scary little spider I saw. It's not really little, it's kind of big. Ew.
What did you say about my outfit this morning?
You look like a proper mountain lady today for hiking.
This is my proper mountain lady outfit.
Oh, why is this wet?
Oh, the condensation.
I also have a proper outfit on today for hiking. I have my metalcore skinny jeans on. Doesn't even look like I have an ass. It's non-existent. Cut that out. You're gonna have to beep out the word. I have a t-shirt that's a little bit wrinkled from the band Rivals.
That's a long sleeve shirt.
Basically, I'm wearing this just in case we get get attacked by like a freaking wolf here, they'll see this and they'll be like, oh no, I won't mess with you, scary shirt.
They don't have wolves here.
Yeah, they do.
Spoiled.
Yeah, but there's spiders that come down from the top.
I couldn't find out what kind.
This morning we went to a place called School Beans Cafe, which is a cute little coffee shop inside of a bus in the city of Vik of Iceland. It's kind of funny because it's just like randomly up on a hill and there's not much in this town. So it's just funny to me that they have this just kind of hidden up on the side of the mountains. Not only did they have coffee drinks, they also had some cute little gifts you could get and different cups and tumblers. And I got the pumpkin party drink, which is basically a pumpkin spice latte, and it looks really cute with the whipped cream and the marshmallows. I think they kind of jazz up all their drinks, which is really fun. And the guy inside for some reason was wearing a superhero outfit. I'm not really sure what that was all about, but it was really fun. And my mom got a white mocha, which you'll see here, and they were delicious. And it's just a really fun, cute little experience.
If it doesn't work, well, we'll turn around.
After that, we went to a place called Reynifsjara Beach, and it is a world famous black sand beach in Iceland. And it was so pretty here. There was some crazy like cave mountain features that you see right here that were just so crazy to look at. I've never seen something quite like it. And you can walk all around this beach, but you cannot go swimming in it. It's really dangerous. The waves can take you in very quickly, so you are not allowed to swim on this beach. But the sand is just so cool, and it was just really fun to walk around and look at everything. I highly, highly recommend going here if you ever go to Iceland.
The puffins. Oh, they're up there.
Yeah. Cute little puffins. Oh. Oh, oh, oh.
It's like a little cave thingy. Should I show the dead shark?
Yeah.
And then we found a dead shark, I think. Ugh.
Oh, God.
Okay, go. Don't get taken! Don't get taken by the waves!
It hit the wave. I did too.
Great.
Oh.
Nice.
What? This is so...
Let me see.
And go, quick.
It's gonna get you.
You gotta go after the wave. 1, 2. Oh, oh Jesus. That was a big...
Oh, y'all.
Yeah.
Get a picture, Cody.
Tastes like a Pop-Tart.
Ah, the sad face, sad face.
Next we went to the Deerhole Cliffs, or the Deerhole Viewpoint, which is a really fun area where you can see puffins. It's super high up in a mountain, so you have to drive up a ways, which is a little scary. But once you get up there, the views are so pretty, and there's like this old lighthouse up there that kind of looks like a castle. And we saw a lot of puffins, and they're the cutest little things ever. Look at them. They're just so adorable. It was such a cool experience. That afternoon we went to a place called Fridheimer, which is a restaurant inside of a greenhouse. So obviously Iceland doesn't have the best weather and landscape to grow vegetables and stuff all year long. So this place grows it inside of a greenhouse, and you're able to go inside and eat in the greenhouse where they grow all of their tomatoes. And it's basically just a tomato farm, but they make all of their dishes out of all the tomatoes they make. So we had ravioli with tomato sauce. They also have their famous tomato soup that you can get an endless bowl of. And they also have this big table just full of bread that you can get unlimited bread at, which was honestly one of the best parts. And also, what's really cool is they have a basil plant just sitting in the middle of the table that you can just cut pieces of basil off and add to your dish, which I thought was a really fun little touch. Here's our next hotel. Got this room right here. And then we have this as you walk in. And a little kitchen area with a nice view of the parking lot and another building. We have this guy. Don't know who that is. And then the bathroom's there, but someone's in there right now.
That's not him.
What?
Who the fuck is that?
And this is the bathroom. It's very nice. We walked around Reykjavik this night, and we stopped at this cute little hot dog stand, which they have a lot of in the city. And it's unique because on the hot dog they put crispy onions, béarnaise sauce, and like a special mustard sauce. So it's very unique and different than a hot dog you might have here in America. And it was really yummy. My brother got a lamb one though, which isn't something I would really like, but if that's your thing, he said it was really good.
That wasn't well thought out, was it?
Should we all go on?
I think they're supposed to serve out.
And then after that, we went back to Valdi's, of course, because we wanted to have more ice cream. This time, I just got the rye bread ice cream because I felt like I needed to have it one more time before I left and wasn't able to have it again.
reminds me of? Almost like a marshmallow circus peanut.
Later that night, we went to the Sky Lagoon, which was such a cool experience. It is a scenic geothermal oceanside lagoon, and it's just surrounded by these rocks, and then you can go to this lookout place to look out over the ocean, and it was honestly one of my favorite parts of the trips. You start in the big pool, which is warm water. We did the 7-step ritual. You don't have to, but there was no tickets available for us to just hang out in this pool all night. So we did the 7-step ritual, which was actually really fun, and I will go through that with you in a little bit on the video.
Not very exciting.
Oh, I'm excited for a cold plunge.
I'm not excited. We're going to a cold plunge next. This is like the warm pool.
I'm freaking bald.
This is like the warm pool, and then we go into a cold plunge, a sauna, a salt scrub, steam room, shower room. Like, I can't remember all the steps, but yeah. Just like the Blue Lagoon, the Sky Lagoon also has a swim up bar, and I got this mocktail. The mocktail they had that day, I think, was a raspberry mojito, and it was so yummy. This place is so cool. Alright, this is the cold plunge pool. We're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. We're doing it, we're doing it. This is horrible. Oh my god! I can't do it anymore. Is this good for us?
Double acclimatized.
Okay, play.
Okay,
this is acclimatized. Trevor's got this in the bag. Alright, so after that, step 3 is the sauna, which we sat in for about 15 minutes. Step 4 was a cooling mist afterwards that you just stood in a room and it misted this cold water all over you. After the cooling mist, we put on a salt scrub all over our body and then went into a steam room where it kind of steamed it into our pores, I guess you would say. I don't really know. And it kind of melted off of us, and then we showered off and we could go back into the first pool we went in. I'm gonna be for real right now. I think that cleansed me of all my sins. What about you?
My sins have been cleansed. Look at my hair.
I feel great. I think my contacts almost melted in the steam room. Good night. Have a great time.
Why is she going in circles? Trevor!
Okay, we gotta go. There's people waiting. All hail Lord Charles
I'm gonna be Cornwall.
Cornwallis.
In Red, White, and Royal
This is
Blue.
in the other room. Henry Fox. Henry Fox? F-O-X? Fox. Their room is a little different. They got... Well, it's just set up a little different. And then they have a room over there. And their stuff is over here. I know, it's actually... It doesn't feel like it. After we got back from the Sky Lagoon, we decided to walk around the city and go bar hopping a little bit. Mostly my brother and my dad's idea, but we tagged along. And it's crazy because this video, it was like 10 p.m. at this time, and it literally looks like it's like 5 in the afternoon.
Is that the same dude?
Charles has followed us now. Charles is haunted. I knew
Cornholio?
it. What's he doing? Hello, Rainbow Road.
Also, this is so random to me, but we found a bar that was the Big Lebowski themed, and I've never actually seen this movie, but I know my dad really likes it, so we went inside, and he said it was really cool if you like the movie. So if you're a fan of that movie and you go to Iceland, highly recommend you go to this bar, and they have a huge list of White Russian drinks on their menu, which is apparently the drink that the guy drinks in the movie, so that's pretty fun.
White Russian.
Alright, let me get a picture of you two and your wife.
What?
But it's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah, but here?
You should watch it. It's really funny.
Oh,
Because
At this place, we tried a shot of opal, which is an Icelandic liquor, and it's supposed to taste like salted licorice, apparently, according to online, but to us it tasted like cherry cough syrup. That's so bad. At this bar, we tried Brennivin, which is an Icelandic liquor as well, and my sister says it tastes like the worst shit Kharkov vodka you ever had in your life. On the last morning, we went to a place called the Lava Tunnel and did a tour of a lava tunnel. So we put on these hats with lamps on them, and we climbed into the tunnel, which basically what it is an eruption that happened a long time ago. I don't know exactly which one it was. It went underground and created a tunnel, which is common for volcanic eruptions. And it is preserved, and they bring you down there and show you all of the fun little things about it. We even learned that there's a bacteria down there that's literally not found anywhere else that they're using to make a new antibiotic, and I just thought that was a really cool thing to see. And also there was a spot farther down in the tunnel where there was no light coming in from the top, and they turned out all the lights and showed us what total darkness looked like. Because back in the day, people would go hide here like criminals and such, and they showed us what it would been like for them in there, and it was absolutely crazy. You could not even see your hand in front of your face. It was one of the weirdest feelings I've ever felt, but it was really cool.
Look up at the ceiling. It is very surprising.
Looking at me. Oh my.
yeah, he's looking at me over
It
here.
actually feels like his eyes are moving.
How does that even work? Stop
But he's
looking at me.
right at me, dude.
No.
And then I go,
Why does it bubble up in our bathroom? What is that? After that, we went back to Sandholt Bakery and got some pastries to eat, and I also got this little pizza Danish as well that we had before we went to the airport. I do have to say it was quite a weird experience at the Iceland airport because we had to load in this one area for our flight, but we couldn't load into that area until like an hour before. And then when it was our flight time, we had to take a shuttle into the middle of the parking lot where we were able to climb up these stairs and go down like the little skyway area into the airplane. It was just weird. I've never done that before. But here we are getting onto the plane, and I watched a couple different movies on the ride home. The movie The Nice Guys was okay, not my favorite, but then I watched this movie that was supposed to be the movie Cherry, which is like a crime thriller film about a college dropout army medic and he falls in love. But the movie was about this girl who worked at a balloon shop and got pregnant and didn't know what to do with her baby. And I found out that that was like an indie film that was just has the same name, but the description said it was one thing and it ended up being another. Regardless, I watched another movie called Moving On after that, which was pretty funny. And that's going to end off this vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.